talk about these garden plants. So we've got cucumbers and watermelons, and they just take over and go crazy, right? Lots of sunlight, and they love water, but it has to be well drained. And if you look at some of the fruits that are being made, as well as the creatures that are trying to munch on these guys. You see that little wonderful little grasshopper right there munching on some stuff. Big fruit, and those big fruit came from little tiny flowers, right? And kind of cool stuff going on here. So this is one plant, and I want to compare this to two other plants that I have. Now, this doesn't grow outside. This is really an inside kind of thing. They're on forest floors. This is a bromeliad, and its root system's a little different. In fact, its roots are really just for clinging on to other plants. This grows on top of other plants, so in the jungles, tropical rainforest kind of thing, and it collects water inside these areas down here, and frogs and things live in there. So I can't leave this out in the sun too long. If I tried leaving this out in the sun, all day, every day, it'd be dead in a week. It wouldn't do so well. Different requirements. Here's another plant, and it does like some sun, but this guy's really from North Carolina. You haven't noticed this. I think it's North Carolina. The bogs in Carolina. These guys right here, they eat insects, but they also have a root system. And there's the flower. You've never seen a flower for a Venus flytrap. This guy does eat insects, but the green is also for photosynthesis. And he has to have lots of water. These guys are basically in bogs, right? So I've got different scenarios. I could, the roots, if I tried to drown them, that's not where the plant gets its water from, not the roots. It collects water inside of what they call the vase inside the plant right there. So water is a little bit different. Sunlight's a little bit different. So we need to think about homeostasis for a bit between all these plants here. What are their needs? And then, you've got pollinators and things flying around. So when it flowers, it has different needs than the other plants do, right? We have to think about different types of predators, right? So homeostasis has to do with water. There's a nice little bee inside of this flower. We have to think about, for homeostasis, we have to think about water. We have to think about predators. We have to think about pollinators for flowering plants. Water pressure, temperature, pH. There's lots of different things going on homeostatically inside these plants. So this particular unit is trying to understand organisms and what's going on with homeostasis, what's going on with cell-to-cell communication, metabolism, and energy. We know photosynthesis is taking place, and there's a balance there between how much sunlight you can get, right? And then, how do you maintain the needs of these organisms? So that's what this unit's really about.